All right. Acoustic time. Once more. Acoustic time once more. We're going to do Burn After Reading now. Yeah. This time, we'll arrange Burn After Reading and hopefully... Hey, Justine. Hey, Sad AZ. Sad as... Is that like a next level of being sad? Or is it being sad in all the different letters? Yeah, so we did all of Tactical Terry live. Like the entire acoustic arranging and all of the recording of the guitar and the vocals. We did the whole thing live. And we're going to do the same thing for Burn After Reading, which is one of my favorites. So I'm pretty excited about that. Just finished up. Nerdle content didn't get posted on time today, which is brutal. And that's because I was a goof and didn't have the microphone going correctly. So we lost all of the footage that Scott and I recorded, which is a huge bummer. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Finish that up. It's just Sad and your name. Your name and Sad are the same? Okay, so the reason we're here is to arrange this so that it's more appropriate for acoustic. There's different parts of it that I'll have to change. I think that's fine, so we'll at least get that. Ooh, and when I pull off, I must be hitting this up here too. Cool. Didn't even know I was doing that. Oh, your name is AZ. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry you're sad, AZ. And it's nice to meet you, AZ. So this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6. No, so it must be that and then like rest. A little bit longer. Yeah, nice. Do you listen to our music? The Nurture stuff? Is that why you're here? Hello, David Cinnamon. Oh, you taste like my favorite spice. I was gonna make a Spice Girls joke, like my favorite spice except for baby, but then that sounds like really gross. So, so I can't say that. So that's normally what I would do. But this note doesn't come out very nice on acoustic. So yeah, oh, it's gonna be tough to find out where I can play this. That'll be it. 13 on G. Do 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 do. You really like Up There? Yeah, Up There is great. Do you like it because of like the community aspect to it? How it's like a call for people to support one another? I like that song a lot too. Nice. Okay, there. Good stuff. Oh, Chillicap, what's up? I didn't expect to sync with one of your live broadcasts this soon. Oh, no, hey, what's up, y'all? I gotta open my other chats. Jeez. Mel, hey, what's up? New shirt and sticker came today. How did they look? Tumblr sucks, yo. Janfar A's didn't expect. Yeah, hey, glad you could make it. You're making an emo mixtape for an artist? That's really cool. On BandLab. BandLab is such a cool, like, little ecosystem. I wish I understood how to use it. I feel like it's going to be really, it's really awesome. Shirt is so soft? Hell yeah. Soft shirt is what I'm all about. Da. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we go back to 4 here then. Hey. Yeah, the lyrics of Up There are probably one of my favorite, probably my favorite thing to, I don't know, it's my favorite message. I don't know if it's like my favorite song, like performance-wise or like melodic-wise, but I feel like it really, really distills what we're trying to get after here. I'm really excited. I have some ideas about bringing more mental health content to you guys. I'm really excited to share it. Because it's going to be more like, I'm trying to get back to that being like actually helpful with our mental health content, like giving you guys advice, like, and CBT to act on so that it can like make your lives better. It can actually improve your lives. Yo, Larry Smith? I really have to make this bigger. This is not nearly big enough. Thanks for saying it's nice. What's nice about it? But yeah, I feel like our mental health content has been lacking a little bit, and that's what I want to start getting back to that, because that's really that's the most important thing for me. So I've been using the book Mind Over Mood to kind of plan out some content in that vein. And so if you have any issues with your mental health or anything like that, I definitely recommend Mind Over Mood because it's certified. Brazilian mathrock. I bet Brazilian mathrock is super cool. You should hit me up with some of that. Send some to our Discord. Get in there. It's to help you guys be healthier, but it's going to help me understand the content better too. That part can just kind of stay how it is, I think. I'm so bad at fingerpicking. Why did I write this song? A DMCA free mathrock playlist from your channel yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, been listening on repeat. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm so glad to do that for people and all of this stuff. So we're doing a full length album, 10 tracks, all of that. The instrumental versions will be completely copyright and DMCA free. The acoustic versions will be completely copyright and DMCA free. They'll all go on that playlist. And so yeah, for your stream or whatever reason you would use, use DMCA free music for, I've got your back. I think it's so like it's the best thing for us to do. I think. Why covet or be precious about it? I'm not going to make a bunch of money off of copy striking people's YouTube channels. Like, who's going to use our music? Especially right now. I'd rather just help people, make it easier for them to make content so they don't have to worry about getting music. You and Alice broke up the band. Oh, I cannot wait to hear a Tumblr Sucks. Please keep it coming in the Nerdle Content channel. I did a Nerdle Content review today, and you're so different. I love, and you do noisy stuff, but it's never so abrasive that it hurts. And I love that. It's noisy and it's weird, but you've got an idea behind everything. It's all for a reason. I'm I'm sure all the noise artists that we listen to don't like they're not trying to you know, I'm sure everything that they do in their songs is on purpose too, but for some reason the way that you guys do it, I just like it better. And that's a bummer about Alice. Like, I hope Alice is doing well no matter what, of course. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Totally break the view, apparently, but no. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, cool. That should make things easier to see. I'm just fixing out my view a little bit so that the basically the Guitar Pro view down there scrolls correctly. Okay, that should do it. Sweet. How many chats are being merged? Yeah, Twitch, IG, YouTube, and I have Facebook chat open just in case anybody on Facebook wants to say hello. What's up, Justin? That's okay, man. Don't worry about being at work. Focus on your work. Be careful. Could I play Don't Look Back in Anger, Ralph Thune? I can't, actually. I don't know. I really like that song. That's a really great Oasis song. I just don't know how to play it. I wish I could play Don't Look Back in Anger. You'd rather not get into what happened. Yeah, that's cool. I get that. Like, that's totally your business, and I would not want you to share that. That's that part. We get in the dotted eighth notes again. Dun, dun. Dun. 1, 2. What time signature is that in? What is this stupid genre that I play in where nothing is ever in the same time signature for any reasonable amount of time? Whoever thought that it was a good idea? Okay, this part is probably what's going to be changed. East Coast Roast Coffee, what's up? Play Classical Gas? Of it, but yeah, you have to go listen to my band on Spotify now because I did that for you. That song is dope. I don't know, it's something like that, but that song is really cool. That was like the pinnacle of acoustic guitar for me back in the day. I feel like I suck at playing at fingerpicking though. That's probably the only song I can actually play to a reasonable degree of skill on acoustic guitar. Okay. Okay, I think we will have to change this part. 4. So, 2, 3, 4. I love you too, Marcus. What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Are you digging the Classical Gas? Is that your jam as well? It's all love here. Okay, that can all stay the same. Getting one of the greatest? No way, man. I hope you're having a good day off, though. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change how that part is played. Getting Van Halen shred mode. The first time I saw a person play a guitar solo with their guitar up like this, I was like, that is the shreddiest way to sit. I have to learn how to sit like that while I play guitar. No, I can still get tone out of it. I can still do that. The mixtape is up. Yes! Tumblr sucks. Get in there. Give me that mixtape. Nope. Okay. Liam, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So I think if we're safe for this, I just repeated this. I don't know if I can, like, when I pulled off with this one, it made sense and we got there, but yeah. Yeah, see, like, for some reason, I'm just not tapping hard enough. Yvette Young would not be happy with me. So I think, yeah, okay, I can do it. I just have to, like, smarten up and probably get it on the first take. Otherwise, because if I have to go a bunch of times, then I won't have enough finger strength. And it'll start sounding real bad. Okay, but I know I don't have to change it. This will probably have to change. So the way I've been playing it live might be a good way to kind of arrange this. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally found. Shaking as I finally. Shaking as I finally. Shaking as I finally found my. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally. Oh, this is spicy. Putting in some like transition chords. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as. I like these post-it coral doodles in my YouTube channel, and surprised I'm also using them in overlays now. Do you think they look okay as an overlay? Do you like them as an overlay? I love them. It's a big part of our aesthetic. You can see I've got like the merch up there or whatever that has the that still has the post-it note colors and everything like that. Yeah, I just find it kind of like soothing. Scott and I, our drummer, I don't know. So you would have heard the full band versions because you're listening to our instrumentals. Do they have a backstory? Yeah. So Scott and I, our drummer, decided on like a brand identity early on. We said that we were going to do like really simple colors, and I had to do all the visual art. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do digital art. Like I don't have a tablet or anything or a stylus to use for painting, or drawing, and I'm bad at drawing. So I'm gonna have to like lean into the janky Thanks, man. I'm gonna have to lean into the janky cutouts. And at first, I didn't treat them very seriously. It was like, get it done, like put it down. You need a visual aesthetic and brand for your band. So I didn't really try very hard at first, and that's reflected in like the Lonely Habits album art and the Heart and Panic album art. It's like I don't want to say it was an afterthought because I still had to try really hard. I'm just really bad at visual art. So it's kind of it's janky on purpose to kind of lend itself to the fact that I was very bad at artwork. And then I started studying art history and like composition and Van Gogh and Delacroix and the like classic French painters. And kind of how they adopted Greek styles and like anyway, so basically just got enough into art theory that our later artwork maintained this style, like the collage style, but it kind of treats it as more of a fine art. So if you look at our album art on Spotify, or I guess in the DMCA free playlist that you're using, as time goes on, you can see the artwork kind of mature. And the next stage of things, like I really want to use I really want to use it even more and like lean into it even more. Makes it cozy. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad it's really cozy. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally found my shaking as I finally found my. Ooh, I can do that. It always looks fancy when you like reach over the fretboard, but it's because I'm not great at doing it otherwise. Check you guys out on Spotify. Good luck and chat soon. Yes, East Coast Roast Coffee. Is it Jumping Bean? East Coast Roast from Jumping Bean was like my favorite flavor. Or are you your own coffee company? I drink a lot of coffee, so if you want to sponsor me, then like let's go. I'm into it. Transition notes work. Yeah, I love the transition notes, Mel. So you think they still? I would trust you of all people. Nightbot, got him. Hell yeah, Nightbot. I would trust your taste in it above all else. You definitely listen to these songs the most, and I'm so grateful for that. Shaking as I finally found. Shaking as I finally found. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Yes, goodbye. Carry over. I don't do a very good job annotating my sheet music. Shaking as I finally found. Shaking as I finally found my. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally found. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Shaking as I finally found my courage. Yeah, it's gotta be low. I could go up. The release is super close to your birthday. Yeah, awesome. I hope I have a lot of acoustic versions for you. That's a big reason why I'm out here doing the acoustic versions, is because of like how much you appreciate them, Mel, and how much we appreciate your support. So yeah, you're a big reason why I'm here doing this. Like, I wouldn't have the confidence to do it otherwise, and I probably wouldn't make time to develop these songs if it weren't for you. So thanks. So what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. With all this carried over beautifully. Do. You are a tiny brush. Exactly. You get it. You read the lyric book, didn't you? It's really nice too, because like I would be flailing, like doing some other style of music or some like learning some other skills that I'm bad at just to try to get, you know, attention or acceptance so that I can just do what I love. And by your continued support means that I don't have to do that. I can finally just settle in and continue doing what I love. Okay, boom, chuck chuck. Does the chuck chuck happen here? Nope. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Huh, that's weird. I guess this must share this chord's kind of space. Yeah. Dun, dun. Dun. Nope. That's muted. It's up here. And so then it's going to go again. I could change how that goes. So I could be like, it was buried deep below her bed. And I'm definitely going to have to change how that's played. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can play it that high up on the fretboard. We'll see. So yeah. It was shaking as I finally found my courage. It was buried deep below. It was buried deep below her bed. Okay, so we're learning things. So I'm gonna go which I know makes tons of sense. Then we're gonna run it back, but probably with like more open in the first chord. And then we'll come to the A here. Okay, now I have to see this part is not playable on acoustic. Like I can't do it, I don't think. Like I can't. Oh, it looks like I can. But it does not sound good. Or it doesn't sound full. No. Ooh, I would have to. I think if I try to do it that way, it'd be one of those like just slide into the finish line type things, and I don't want to do that. So. Do it way up here. So we're gonna do it. It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna do it that way. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. It sounds better than the way I wrote it originally. I kind of now want to trade this all together. Da da. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not 14 4 time. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there we go. No. Okay, and I can do that part up the octave, which I actually think is going to add more interest to it. Hey, yo! Oh, Gil! How's it going? Welcome. Ba ba. Beedaloo. Okay, that's all good. 1, 2. 1. Harmonics. Not all the harmonics, apparently. Okay. And then I guess I could just do what I did on the original Nocturnal Panic recording and just run this back. But I don't know if I want to do that, because I could change it a little bit on one of the times. I just don't know which time or how I should do it differently. It could just be as simple as that. Like, I could do this on the second time through. So copy up to 26. And just on this first time, do that cool little duh. But I guess I did use it up sort of already. Dun, dun, 2, 3. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. And then this part should be fine. Something like that, but I'll start tapping it anyway. Is this one of those really odd times? Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Okay, 5. That's not too bad. That's not like, you know, we're not over 8 yet. Bum, bum. Little Taramellos nod. Or is that just for side stuff like reaction vids and streams? No, yeah, that's so. It is. This is the studio space. Like, this is the actual studio space that I use. Scott records his drums with our producer and his brother Adam. They record that elsewhere, and Adam is like a really cool producer that uses a completely mobile, like, recording unit, so they record in all sorts of different places. This is one of those like tiny cubicle rooms that like so I have a lot of this foam. Like there's at least 3 pieces of this foam like on each wall or whatever, and it gets rid of some of the, like, it helps some of it. It's treated a little bit, but at the same time there's still like slapback reverb because the room is so small and there's so little stuff in here now because I purposefully just like cleared everything out. So as we accumulate things and as I kind of like put more foam on the walls and things like that, it gets a little bit better. But in the meantime, while I'm recording and producing acoustic stuff, I actually have a ACON is what the company's called, Acon, but not like Akon, the one that did the songs, and also some like illicit stuff with minors. That Acon, not him. Acon, the recording company, or the VST company. They have like an anti-reverb plugin that actually works super well. So that kind of takes the rest of the edge off. Because I know it's like a controversial thing, and I know that they're like the budget solution, but they effective, right? Poor Akon. But they don't do enough, I don't think. I would recommend going with a more effective solution, even as a first try, because I think I underestimated how much treatment this room needed. So if you're a total beginner, then you might as well. That's it. So 5 and 4. So it's really a 9, but we'll call it a 5 and 4 here. No. So it's parts like this that it's almost obvious that it's thrown in. Or maybe it's only obvious to me that it's thrown in because I'm the one that wrote it and I do this all the time. But this part kind of feels like a cop-out to me, and I wish I could change it. But it's one of these old Nocturnal Panic songs where I didn't know enough about music theory to actually like now reverse engineer how it's supposed to sound. So I don't know what chords I could add in to make it sound better. Noted. So in case of recording, have a big room. 2, throw stuff on the room. 3, record. Yeah, I guess. So what is the big room thing? Like, no, I don't think, because a big room still needs acoustic treatment. The treatment is what matters. Like the how you treat it is the most important part. having enough stuff, like you want non-flat surfaces, as many non-flat surfaces as you can, to kind of like, I guess the proportion of flat surfaces to non-flat surfaces, you want mostly non-flat surfaces. So the size of the room isn't very relevant, but like, I got so far down that rabbit hole that there's this like, there's this philosophy about how you don't want a completely dead room, because we were conditioned to enjoy recordings that weren't recorded in completely dead rooms. So when you hear a vocal back, if they used a completely dead room and the person is like right up on the mic like this, it might sound weird to you. So all this is to say, don't buy these. Do like a sizable amount of research. And I guess, yeah, like ideally not one of these tiny cubicle rooms with pretty much only flat surfaces and nothing in it. But that's the big thing. You want more convex surfaces versus flat surfaces. But not so much that it's like a completely dead, there's no reverb at all. Otherwise your recording might come out unnatural. Unless you're just like good at reverb post-production, which it's not hard to find good reverb to, like, free reverb VSTs to make it sound more natural. But then you have to like be tasteful with those and know how to function with them and stuff. It's a really big topic. I think I play this part wrong every time. I think I've been playing the song for a year or more now. 2 years now. I think I just mess this up all the time. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna grab this from up here. I haven't been playing it wrong. I just play it completely by muscle memory and don't remember how it's played. Same thing, right? Whoop. Okay, so now we can probably go back and do second verse, same as the first, but add a little bit of candy to change it up. This song could really use an intro. Okay, yeah. See, and this is how RPMs get written. I do things like the same way the first and second times, and it comes out sounding really rushed. And I don't want that anymore. And not like the band rush, but like rushed, like it didn't take long enough. I didn't spend enough time like fixing it up. The band rush absolutely spent enough time fixing it up. Okay, so let's see how we can add a little variation to this. There's evidence. There's evidence. Is that? Oh no, is it a pun if I'm like referring to? Yeah, it's just bad jokes. Just really bad jokes. Which probably means I'm like less eloquent when I say other things than I think I am. So that's not a good sign. There's evidence. There's Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we're fine. All right, yeah. Burn After Reading is your fave track off my first EP. Love the riffs and the chorus. Oh, thank you so much. I cannot wait for you to hear what Scott has done with Burn After Reading. Like, this is probably the song I'm most excited to come out on our full length in June, because we have changed the way that this song plays so much. Like the groove in the chorus that happens when we play it live is like, it's incomparable. Like it sounds like a real rock song. There's evidence, there's evidence, there's evidence. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just, instead of copying a guitar, I'll copy the vocal. There's evidence. There's evidence. There's evidence. Yeah, so the whole part of Nocturnal Panic that Scott and I have been hashing out to play live shows, we practiced them for the entire second half of 2019. And then COVID happened, so we couldn't tour them live or anything like that. So we just basically fine-tuned them, and we're going to bring them out on our full length, 5 of those tracks, so the 5 like de facto most popular tracks. And they're going to be reworked and done with a live drummer, because when I did Nocturnal Panic, it was for something called the RPM Challenge, where you write, record, and produce 10 original songs in the month of February. In a single month, you do all of the writing, recording, and producing. And so Scott and I agreed that it would be good for people like just discovering the band like yourself, Gotta Go Quick, Scope, that we decided that if like people were going to get introduced to our band, we wanted it to be like these more refined versions of the songs, I guess, like that. But Nocturnal, not to knock any of the Nocturnal Panic stuff, like it will always have the same feeling, and people who love it nostalgically will always enjoy that version. So I think it's good though that people get introduced to the band as Scott and I, and that it's a really refined, like, you know, something that took some time for our first real full length that isn't just me as a bedroom musician. There's evidence. There's evidence. Listen to that EP your entire junior year on the way to school. No way. That is really cool. That is so cool. Oh my God. That is how I got into mathrock, was listening to these underground EPs that I just stumbled upon on Bandcamp, or through the mathrock post-rock instrumental exchange page. And I would do the same thing on my way to university, my first and second year to university. I would take the bus and just like listen to a mathrock EP. That's amazing. I'm so grateful. Like I hope that I enhanced that experience for you. I know it seems kind of pedantic to be like, I hope I made your drive to school better, but it's important for me. I hope I did. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to change that like that. So I think I can do this. And I want to keep this the same. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I see, that's crazy. So to be in that group is nuts because Color and TTNG were the EPs that I was listening to. Color especially. Like Color real like that's amazing. And I'm so stoked about that. I am so stoked about that. That is really cool. Shouts out to the members of Color and TTNG. Okay, so now that we've got to this part of the song, that means the bridge happens in here somewhere, right? Where does the bridge happen? Is it after the... it's after the second verse. Okay, so... yeah. Where are we at here? So this is the end of the second verse. It must be so weird for you to like. I'm really. Hopefully we can get to know each other. Gotta go quick scope. I wish you would have known that I'm out here so often doing this stuff live. Considering when you found me, because I don't think we've talked much. Unless you're in the Discord as some different username. Okay, so this I don't like how I do this in my solo set. So maybe now I can like. Maybe I can develop it a little bit more. Okay. So we're coming off a big verse. I mean, that sounds nice, but it's kind of unnecessary. Yeah, this is my old YouTube from like 2011, as you might be able to tell by the name. I talked to you on Insta and I'm in the Discord. Oh, I just can't always catch the lives with my time zone difference. Okay, so yeah, so we probably have talked quite a few times. I hope you could, Mel. I'm really like developing this little bridge part. I kind of like where it's going. British math rock is my favorite subgenre of math too. Got you in a playlist with some other math Brits. TTNG got me into math rock as a whole too. Somebody recommended TTNG to me as probably like, I wouldn't call it like the I wouldn't call it like the gateway drug or whatever, but they definitely contributed to my love of the genre as a whole. I think Terra Melos was what had me decide that like I really loved the genre. I think it was Terra Melos. But you know, prog and metal and all those genres and stuff like that, those are the genres that got me into alternate time signatures. The Mars Volta particularly. There it is. We got there. It just took a little while. Doodly-doo. Now to figure out what I was actually playing. Doodly-doo. Sorry, Mel. I can't... Meleposan. I can't invite you to join because of what I'm writing. I just, I gotta find a way to do a live where we can do that, though. We can invite people in because people have been asking. Huh, this is weird. 1, 2. Is this 3 then? No, this should be 4. Okay. Da-da-da. There's definitely some modulation going on here, but I don't really want to figure out what I'm doing. I think that's a really cool thing about having more music theory experience is that I can improvise better in these writing situations. What Terra Melos LP would you recommend for getting into them? Minus the Bear also got me into that genre, but purists may consider that more indie. Still a favorite band of mine. Yeah, no, Minus the Bear definitely goes in that kind of camp or whatever. I would say, which LP? That's really hard for me. It's an acquired taste, so I think like it wasn't I think Patagonian Rats, is that what it is? Patagonian Rats, I think is probably the best one because songs like Aped and there's a couple more like major type tracks toward the end of the record that are like a little less weird which is what I needed at the time. Like when I was first getting into them, I needed stuff that was like more accessible. But if you're already into mathrock and things like that, I like you might be able to skip to some of the things that made me appreciate them more after I was into kind of weird music, or at least this brand of weird music. So I would say like their live videos with Chalk TV and 40 Rods to the Hog's Head that they did on El Cheapo. The El Cheapo version of 40 Rods to the Hog's Head by Taramelos is like one of the coolest live mathrock performances of all time, I think. It is by far my favorite ever like live performance. 40 Rods to the Hog's Head, El Cheapo version, Taramelos. I just realized my patch cord was getting annihilated. Okay, I gotta write this part out so I don't forget. It's nice to talk to somebody about my favorite Taramelos song, though. Bob, what's up, man? Bob709, good to see you. Writing out some songs on an IG Live, you know, like you would. Yeah, so is this a triplet now then? Ooh, doo, doo. Nope. Oh, maybe it is. Doodly-doo. It is a triplet. Doodly-doo. 6, 7. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Rest. Doodly-doo. So is it just 3? 4. Nope. It goes all the way to 4. Do-do-do. Okay, so is that enough for a bridge? That is enough for a bridge, right? Do-do-do-do. Okay, let's see if that's enough for a bridge. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I think if I was going to change anything else about this track before we'll take it into the studio tomorrow night to track guitars. And I think if there's anything that's going to come of it or it's going to be different, I think it will be an intro. I think I'll just add an intro to it. But other than that, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Acoustic version of Burn After Reading. Let's do it a once through. Make sure I'm not like as crazy as I probably think I am. Actually save it. I'm so bad at saving things. Guys, back up your stuff. Back it up while you're writing it because stuff crashes so much. Burn After Reading. I notice you're working at some of the time signatures now. While you're writing, are time signatures in the back of your head and you just think in odd times, or do you make it in odd times after writing? Well, so just with kind of how like dichotomous my writings become, there's like Nocturnal Panic and then everything after Nocturnal Panic. Well, I guess everything we have released in singles last year is even different than how I write now. So for Nocturnal Panic, it was like make it as weird as possible, like write odd time signatures, like make it as strange as possible. So whenever Nocturnal Panic whenever a song would get too comfortable, I guess, or whenever I'd like fall into a groove, I would like get a turnaround in there. So I'd drop in an extra beat, or I'd take a beat out of a measure, just so that like I would almost use that as the way that I would vary things. So I would repeat, like thinking that it's complex enough by changing the time signatures, I would just repeat sections with odd time signatures. So that's how I saw them back then. And then for the record, for like the singles, like Lonely Habits and Heart and Panic, Blossom, probably anything up to Blossom. Or I guess there's going to be one more of those tracks that comes out on our LP that hasn't been released yet. Time signatures for that, they were used deliberately as a variation. So I would use time signatures to make verse 2 sound different than verse 1, or sound, so I would use them to vary parts. And not just a way to make things sound weird, or not just a way to kind of like unbalance the listener and kind of like put them off guard, which is actually kind of what I like when I'm really into a band. That's my favorite way to have time signatures, is to have them as like keep things fresh, put me on my heels. But like, and then anything after that, and the only example I have of this currently is stuff that I released on like my solo YouTube channel, the Jeff Cook YouTube channel, and Spotify account. It's written in more like a holistic way. So I use the odd time signatures to punctuate the feeling of the lyric. So I write the lyrics first. And when I write the lyrics, I kind of like plot, they do this in Broadway. And when they analyze like theater shows, they like analyze the energy of the song, like the dramatic energy of the moment. So now I write lyrics first, and I like plot out the dramatic energy of which sounds super pretentious, but it makes sense to me. So it's like this should be like dramatic up, dramatic down, dramatic stable. And sometimes I'll write in like the melody, whether the melody is going up or down. And then I'll make a time signature change when it's relevant to the theme of the lyrics or to the feeling of that part of the song. So I'll use them as a way to vary parts, but the part is varying because the theme and the feelings are varying. Like the lyrics kind of demand it, right? So it's no longer just like a musical device. It's also kind of a thematic device. So I'm trying to make it work double duty from now on. And that's because I just find it a lot easier to write songs that way. And I find that they come out sounding a lot better because you're not just changing parts for the sake of changing parts. You're actually like moving a narrative along through the lyric, and changing time signatures is just another device to do that with. So differently all the time. And that'll probably change again soon, because I'm getting deeper into like music theory and orchestration and stuff like that. So I'm probably soon going to find out why time signatures are relevant to counterpoint or something, and then that'll change why I use them. But I think the way that I just described, like the latter method of using them as like a thematic device, I think that's probably the best way to do it, the most useful way to do it as a songwriter anyway. Because it's the most versatile way. Like a feeling can be anything. You can shock a listener by changing a time signature, like turning a 4 into a 5. Like do a riff in 4, then do a riff and add a beat to the end of it. Like you can shock a listener and make it sound different. But like when you attach that shock to something that's happening in the lyrics and something that you're expecting from the way the energy in the song is moving, like I could drop a beat out, or I could add a beat in, like, it's just more versatile because it's describing a feeling instead of serving a deliberate purpose, I guess. That's so interesting. I write lyrics separately, so I'll have to try working a song out like that. Love hearing different writing techniques. Me too. Yeah. What I just described comes from Jacob Collier, who I don't think he writes that way, but he definitely was the one that highlighted why the lyric is so important, or at least like the energy or the feeling of a moment in a song is so important. which I was pretty much ignoring. Not during Nocturnal Panic, because that was all very like improvised, I guess. It was like improvisational, kind of like some of the pieces that we're working out here. So I basically got Jacob Collier's advice to add more emotion, and then I kind of rebuilt my songwriting technique around it. There's something that happened in RPM 2020, so Lonely Habits, Heart and Panic, Up There, those songs where I wrote the lyrics in line with their melodies as I wrote the guitar and the drum. So everything was written at the same time, basically. And then I heard this from other composers after the fact, but this, I fell to this fallacy of like, if you put the lyric in sheet music, like if you put the lyrical melody in sheet music, it feels very final and very concrete. It makes it very difficult to change it later. So like, writing the lyrics first for me and deciding their themes and deciding the way they're going to dictate the energy of the track lets me kind of like, when I go to put them in music, it's my second blush at those lyrics, and I can kind of do that editing that I need to do. Whereas if I just write the lyrics in tandem with the music, or if the music's already written and demands a certain melody or a certain rhythm from the lyrics, then I find that they just like, they have a place where they have to be, and they're not as versatile or variable as they should be. And I found that like studying Broadway composers, they say the same thing, is that like lyrics come first for them, because if they don't, then they won't change. They go in the music and they just stay that way. Whereas if you do them first, then you can iterate on them as you go. And I kind of get that. Like if you think about the way most people consume music, what matters most to them is the lyrics. So if you don't have like not just like instrumental music is great, and there's tons of exceptions to this rule, but like if you're going to be writing music with lyrics in it, I think it's really important to understand that most of your audience is going to listen to that lyric first, or they're going to try to attach to that lyric first. And there's even exceptions to that though. Like there is lyrical music where you can't attach to what the person is saying, and then the listener just enjoys it for whatever, like the melodic purpose that it serves or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for asking. It was really fun to kind of talk about that. I think about it all the time. Every time I write something. And that's one of the reasons I'm going into doing orchestration next, like learning about orchestration, is because like knowing about songwriting can only take you so far. It teaches you about like structure and stuff like that. But orchestration, I hope, is going to teach me how things layer, and it's going to hopefully tell me, what gaps I have to fill melodically. Yeah. There's probably somebody who like is in music school that would see this and be like, he is completely wrong about everything. So like if one of the 5 people that ever see this like notices that I am totally wrong about something, please please stop me and tell me, because I will just continue down this path blindly, mostly. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for asking those questions. Gotta go, quick scope. Have an awesome evening, Mel. Thanks again for picking up this new merch. I hope it looks great. I hope it feels great. And yeah,